This will either make me or break me. I'm going to sing it with the best voice I have. Either I can do it or I can't. Either I can sing or I can't. I leave that to your judgment. Strange, dear, but true, dear, when I'm close to you, dear, the stars fill the sky, so in love with you am I, even without you. My arms fold about you, you know, darling, why, so in love with you am I, in love with a night mysterious, the night when you first were there, in love with my joy delirious, when I knew that you could care. So taunt me, haunt me, deceive me, desert me, I'm yours till I die, so in love with you am I. I saw you last night and got that old feeling when you came inside. Someone misses you. What I'm doing now is just listening to my voice and doing what I always tell everyone to do. Put up or shut up. If you say you can do something, then you must do it. Put it on display. Hang it up on a flag and see if anyone will salute it. Throw it in the Bronx River and see if it will sink or swim. I say I can sing, then I get out here and prove it. And if this video proves that I cannot sing and that I'm setting the bar too high for myself, I'll know it and I'll make the determination. You have to be tested. What I'm saying is a life is not worth living if it isn't tested at all times. There's a practice and profession is what you say you can do and what you could really do, predicated on the evidence of a performance. And not so much the audience's reaction. I don't give a damn what an audience thinks of me or does not think of me. I'm my own man. It's the evaluation that my camera provides to me. This that I'm doing right here, the playback, is what makes the determination, what I go by, what I trust. I'm not in it to, I'm strictly an amateur, so I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I'm not being paid, so I can afford to be bad. Of course, that's not what I'm professing to do. When I sing, I'm giving you the best I have to make the determination whether I can or cannot sing. And predicated on what you hear before you is the indictment. And you have to swing. I have to swing with the honesty of it, the forthrightness of it, and the evidence of it. That's all I got to offer. I cannot make the claim unless I can do it. I refuse to make the claim about anything, any practice, any profession, unless I can present the practice of that profession, which is what I'm doing right now. If you say you can sing, then I tell you to sing. Sing now. Sing me something now. And I listen to the resonance, the timbre, the quality of the voice. Either it's there or it isn't there. I'll also look at the body, the phenotype that you see right here. Now you see this fat. Look at that. Look at there. Look at there. Look at there. Look at there. the big old fat old belly. I'm only 5'2.5". I got my big old moon face, an 80-year-old. It begins with a man being forthright and willing to present himself as he is and be willing to be judged on who he is without justification or alibi. If you can defend it, defend it. If you cannot, then you stand guilty as charged, and I stand guilty of the judgment. I'm not out here to pretend to be something I'm not. What you see right before you on this camera is big old fat. Look at that big old fat belly. Look at that hog belly. Look at this. Now here it comes from the side. Look at this hog belly. Look at that. Check it out. Look at that. Look at that. That's what you see. Now look. Now watch this. Now watch this. I'm gonna walk. Now watch this. Check it out. Check it out. Boo-wop, bubba-loo-ma, bop bam boo, tutti frutti, holla-roody, yeah, tutti frutti, holla-roody. How will you present yourself on stage if you do stand-up comedy? My buddy and I went to Greenwich Village looking for action. Met 2 village natives. And I asked them, where's the action? And the action's all around you. Well, can you set me up? Can you set me up? Let us hang out with you. And we set you up. I got 2 boys right here. It's going to cost you $25 a piece. Put the money in my pocket. And then he make a phone call. I got 2 boys waiting right here looking for action. Chomping at the bit. Okay, go to this address. Take and say Joe the Gibbs sent me. Went to the address. It was nobody there. Went back to look for the 2 natives that ripped us off. Couldn't find them. Met 2 other guys for $15 a piece. Would tell you where the women are. They up on the roof. Went up to the roof. Couldn't find that type of a thing. Is what I do as comedy. Give you an idea. I do very realistic comedy. To me, comedy is irrelevant if it's not credible, if it's not a credible happening in the real world, and if not the real person that you see right here. I never wear a mask. You can see it for yourself, and I'm telling it to you. I never wear a mask. The mask is off. What you see, that's what I got. What you see, that's what I got. Look at that big hog belly. Look at that hog belly. That's what I got. I don't try to hide it. I don't try to masquerade it. I don't try to justify it. It's ugly. That big old hog belly's ugly. The big old moon face, and I got no neck and a projected head. I begin with that. I'm not confessing anything you can't see on the camera. And we take it from there. If a man's willing to talk to me, to meet me like a man, and swing with the honesty of who he is and what he is, I'll deal with that man. But if a man tries to cover, a man tries to double talk me, a man tries to bullshit me, I won't tolerate that. And in order to swing with the honesty of it, I've got to be present with that man. I can hate the man with a passion like a Mark Levin. I hate the way the man presents himself, the language of Bill O'Reilly, of Dr. Phil. But I have to listen very objectively to them and let them make their argument and help them make their argument by paraphrasing and then answering to that. I won't know what to answer to, I won't know what to say or what to do unless I know who the man is that I'm facing. And as odious as his character is to me, like a Mark Levin, I have to give him a chance to try to sell me on his politics, on his activism, and on his philosophy. But I won't be passive listening to him. I won't be passive. He tries to educate me, I'll educate him. You never turn a cheek, but you got to know who you're representing. That's my whole point. And here I am with my big belly hanging out, my big old moon face hanging out, my big head, and I'm only 5'2.5", 5'3" on a good day. I have no neck, I have projected head, and that's it. Now I'm going to come to the side. Now I'm coming to the side, and you can see for yourself what I look like. You can see it. There it is. There it is. There it is from the side. There's no effort to hide anything. There's no effort to be what I'm not. What you see is what I am. There may be many other nights like this, and I'll be standing here with someone new. There may be another fall, another spring, but there will never be another you. There may be other lips that I may kiss, but they won't thrill me like yours used to do. That's the best I can do with my singing. The important thing is, whether you know it or you appreciate it or not, you're seeing the real man in front of you. You're not seeing a fake. You're not seeing a forgery. You're not seeing a mask. You're seeing a man who's willing to stand up there in front of my camera and be who I am and get my verdict and get my indictment and get my judgment predicated on that. That doesn't mean I'm going to roll over like a pineapple and lay on the floor and let somebody indict me, criticize, mock, and ridicule me. I'm not saying that at all. I'll fight like a devil dog. I'll fight dog down against someone that tries to humiliate and insult me. I'm not talking about that. But I have to know who I am. Otherwise, I'm a damn fool. If I try to masquerade, if I can try to justify, anybody can see this fat belly. It starts from here, go all the way down there. Anybody can see this big old fat belly, this big old hog belly hanging out. Anybody can see. I'd be a fool to try to masquerade it. That's when I get in trouble, because that's when I'm subject to being mocked and ridiculed for being a fool, for being in denial, for trying to wear a mask that doesn't fit me. And anybody can rip the mask off. And then when I assert myself, I'm not credible at all. So the main thing is, I go along with the great Jackie Gleason, the Honeymooners. Everything I do, I want it to be credible. I want it to be something that could really happen. Not some phony comedic bullshit that you know is a phony act. It has no credence. It has no correspondence to any reality I know. And it's bad entertainment. It's lousy comedy. It's silly. It's superficial. And it's bullshit. You judge me just on what you see right here. This is what it is. This is what I look like. I'm 80 years old. There's what I look like. There's from the side. You don't know anybody that's willing to come up on that camera and be who I am and work with that. If you want to learn how to do that, you sit with me on a cold New York night with a hawk blowing at you. 28 degrees, 18 degrees out there on that park bench right downstairs from Trump International. On that park, Central Park bench, you spend the night with me. Let the hawk dig into you, and we'll find out who you are. Then you get up off of your seat and you take a walk with me on the streets of broken dreams. It's a cold, bitter New York night. We've got a whole long night to go through. No bathrooms available. If you have to go to the bathroom, you take a bag and head into Central Park and take a dump there, whatever you're going to do. That's all. You come with me and you take and eat at the City Rescue Mission, enjoy a good meal right there. You come with me. And I'll make you prove who you are. If you're wearing a mask, I'll take that mask off you. I'll rip that damn mask off you. If you put another one, I'll rip that one off too. By the honesty, the simplicity, the clarity of my presence. I am what I am. And that's all. We go from there. If I'm not what I am, who am I defending? Who am I defending? Think about it. I said it. This is what I am. This is who I am.